Hello and welcome. Today's date comes in that of a Tuesday, 26th day of May, 2020. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel where all bets, trades, and of the like within each's own risk and their own reward. If you've been taking the risks in accumulating Theta, especially way back when it was cheaper, well, now it's about reward management. With that being said, I'm not going to spend too much time on the dollar index, but it's going to be about Bitcoin. This general area of resistance has been taken out. I mean, this is the highs it hit. This is the one-time hit high. So you go to this level, you break this, no resistance found here. Oftentimes, if resistance and support is not found where it's supposed to be, it could be a big move to the next level. With that being said, that doesn't mean this is a large pierce above. However, let's try to take more sense into it. With this little area here was resistance, and the conjunction resistance area of about 12-13 cents. So the range of 13 cents up to this higher number at about 19 cents is what I'd be looking for support on any moves going forward. And let's take a look at this. Well, let's just take a look at multiple time frames, I suppose. The daily chart it's just been like doing well. Half a nickel, and it's probably a short answer. Going to continue to go higher over the next into today, into tomorrow. Do I think it's buy the rumor, sell the news? I kind of do actually, but that's because markets go up, markets go down. And and when this big move is over, it's going to have, 50% almost guarantee. And the more it goes up, the higher the decline will be. And the higher I'm hoping it's going to be, too, for myself as a trader. Okay, so let's go take a look at this against Bitcoin. And I have my alerts ready to go in case it goes down or up. And that's what those little lines are for. I want to focus on the volume here because it really is a big indication. And there's a date tomorrow, the news alert, long story short, e-gaming, streaming services of it. And I'm into the fantasy thing, so Counter-Strike Go I'm getting familiar with. I got $4 right now bet, currently, as I'm saying this, on CSGO, daily fantasy. I don't know much about it, that's why I'm betting 4. And another couple of dollars later on in the afternoon for 6 for the day. So the volume. So we had this volume on the breakout on May 21st. Well, actually, it was the day before. So we'll just say the volume on May 20th, 21st. And now since then, what's been going on is the price action has just went higher. And now we look at previous volume, and it hasn't. I usually think these things top in higher volume. So this bar I would expect to be much higher. What I want to do is I want to take a look at the number for it, and I can see here that the volume was traded at 90.537 million. So 90, no, that's the volume of the 20. Where is the volume on this day? Oh, anyway, I guess if you just look at the chart, you can know. It's not above this. If we scroll back in here, we can see, see how we have this big volume here? Yeah, I expect, especially on these tops, and high capitulation bottoms as well. And usually breakout highs, which is the case almost always, and looking like it now, where you have this big volume. So, yeah, you see how these levels got beaten here. So the volume that preceded it was beaten nicely. I would expect the same to go here, meaning the volume would be higher, and it would do so whenever the top is going to come into play. So therefore, that's why I don't think this move is over yet. Now tomorrow again, that news release is going to come in. Buy the rumor, sell the news. I sure hope it is. Because what I've been hoping for, counting on, is for these markets to go up, go down, and just have these wicked moves. That's what they've done historically. And what I will hope that they will continue to end up doing. Like, take a look at this. On the 3 hours, since this thing has gotten going, it has had no corrections really at all. I've had no buybacks and everything that I've sold because it just doesn't go down. It's going to be a decent move. We're going to break through this low. We're going to retrace from point low to point whatever this high happens to be. Currently, the high is around 52.90. And if it comes down, we'll have, what will it be? Correction number 2 inside the 18 for rally 1. Kind of got there, so you could count that, but no, low to high, one big move. And the move is phenomenal. Like 2,000 up to like 33. and then it corrects mainly through time, and then it breaks out from 28 all the way up to about 42, correcting through time again. Now it's already went up thus far to 52. Don't know yet. Highs are known after the fact. I mean, this is not even close to the 18 average of highs yet, so this thing still has potential. The type of correcting is even more short term, so we can see just within the last few periods that it's been sideways, but went down. So if I go 15-minute term, there we can have the rally that went up, but just barely above this level of resistance. So that could indicate short-term failed breakout, or when this thing breaks out, it's ready to go. So therefore, if you're seeing weakness where we are right now, which right now we're not, then you got to give the benefit of the doubt that we're going to be at weak support at 47.10. But really, if we really breaking down from 47.10 in this area, then you'd be like, ooh, quick move to 44 kind of deal, 45, even down to like 42, 41. That would be very common. And if it breaks the support, I expect it to go back to where it came from, and that's where it is, nicely above 4. We're breaking these levels of resistance. It was a while back, and I mean, what price action at the bottom, we'll say, or well before the breakout even started. Probably even before this date in here. I mean, that's 2 weeks ago, much before then. I was watching a JSNIT4 video stating from the Miss White Dove, who recommended this practically from day 1 or day 20 or whatever from the start, early on in its days, that the Theta is going to go to $1,000. And I still laugh at that because, I mean, I know it can, and wow if it does, and wow, that would be amazing for me, and that gets a lot of my friends now, because a lot of my friends are doing pretty good right now. Because whenever anyone asks me, yeah, what coins to get into, and it's been like, yeah, always has been Theta for a long time. Right now, my favorite cross, if you just pick one, is Theta and Tezos. And if you would ask me, say, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, oh, what should I buy? And I actually had one person who did ask me, Theta or Tezos? Theta. Now, Theta or Tezos? Tezos. Just because this is way overextended, but it's still close. I think this is going to go up. If you want to take a fancy play, maybe get this and try to get like a day trade, but or you just start buying both and just trade them back and forth together from that point moving forward. But on the dollar number, right now with Bitcoin at 9,000, that would mean about 11,000 or so Satoshi. And breaking 10 makes sense. Psychologically, it's like, yeah, 10's the number it goes to, but the problem with 10,000 is that it's a 2x move from 5, and even only the 2.5x from 4. Usually when you break resistance, you have significantly good moves, and quite frankly, 2x isn't that much. As I would be looking at even 13, 14,000 conservative. Now we talk about $1 as a key level, like that, the dollar being a key level, $10, 100,000. That tells me that if it's a key level, I'm not really going to expect it to be a top there. Usually they pierce extra, maybe a congest there, or the second key high would be there. It goes to like, say, maybe $1.50, $2, whichever level. Not $2 is really, really far extending it, but hey, markets will do that sometimes. But maybe $1.25, $1.30, and then pull back down to like 80 cents, up to $1, congest in that for a bit, then fall. And then we'd fall to like, say, maybe a quarter or 20 cents, and then back up again later. And those are the moves that I really, really, really am hoping to get. I mean, markets will always do what they're going to do, but for me, when markets go up, I'm a seller. And because of this volume, until I see big volume, I'm going to be nothing more than what I call a short seller, which is not what a lot of people would know a short sale to be. A short sale for me is when I'm selling Theta, I'm selling less than I probably normally would, thus short in less amount. So if I'm normally going to sell 500 of, say, something, maybe I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll sell 400 or 350. And then when I see heavier volume, then I'm okay, now let's just, those extra ones that I hung on to, pick up on it. And then make some bigger sales. And then I'm expecting, again, the big moves to happen. I'm hoping they do anyway, where we get like big moves up, big moves down, stuff like that. And maybe of course, for the higher low. But as Bitcoin goes, the crossing that is, we had some resistance here, and that's pretty high. Or pretty low, rather. But you see, look what's happened with every single one of these rallies in the past. This was quick. It sold off quick. This came up, came back down. This came up. It's going to come back down. Maybe it might only come back to here. I got to think at least it's going to be at minimum. I got to think a 61% retracement would be very, very normal. Now, as far as Fibonacci numbers are concerned, it's pretty much been in the low 900 areas. So I could just quickly just calculate some hypothetical levels. So as it stands right now in this area, we're talking about 38.2, which would be 61.8. You'd be looking at going down to 1800 using this. But let's just assume that it has a breakout and it goes to 10,000. Now the 38.2 number comes in at 2289. Now, a lot of times I want to put this into a key number. 2289. See, I like the congestion here at 24. And I'm doing, this is live analysis me doing. I haven't pre-done this. A lot of stuff is pre-done. And everything I've done up to this point has been. I mean, I'm going to talk about this, and this, like the volume and stuff like that, the short selling, that was all planned. So I see a congestion here, I see a congestion here. And it's a good, I'm going to be thinking that wherever around like the 23.8 high change area would make more sense. I don't have to go too much higher than that, which does make sense again. Why this should pierce above, like say, let's go say 13,500 now. That would bring us in at 25.5, and that would be in that area. So this is not more reason for me to think that when this thing really gets going, that it probably would have a good chance that we can see this. If we see this thing at like 62, 63, that this thing could fly like 7, 8, 9, like no other. And then I don't know what time the announcement is, but it's 9:07 a.m. as I'm doing this now. And it's going to be sometime tomorrow. I don't even know what country it's going to be released from, if it's going to be in Europe or if it's going to be where United States or where have you. But I do expect that it's going to create a lot. I mean, that would be a big volatility to get there. But the pullbacks are going to be, again, really, really large. So a situation, it wouldn't surprise me if it did come back to 2560 at that area from 13.5. That's what these cryptos always do. It might take a significant amount of time. And because we're, at least at this point, we are not in any type of global bull market. Because how are all the other coins doing? LITECOIN, coins like Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, coins like Dash, Bitcoin Cash, I don't know if I said that yet, and so many others. They're not doing quite as well. And then Bitcoin. Well, to me, and I guess I will show just a little bit of Bitcoin, just for the purposes of altcoin analysis. Well, here we have it here. I don't think that the altcoins are going to really have any type of big bull market run until we at least get past this level of previous resistance here at 13. So I don't like the chances of a dartboard rally starting until we at least come near or break this previous resistance here at 14, if not the previous one at 20. I am just going on what happened before. And what happened before was this. So we have Bitcoin going up to about 1,000 in 2014 at the end of the year, and then the pullback to about 2. And then we got this rally in Bitcoin, but it's a rally of a retracement rally. Retracement rally from key high and its bottom. That's what we're doing right now, is a retracement rally from the $20,000 high and the 3,000 move within Bitcoin. But it was March the 1st when in 2017, when this thing truly got going. And I'm just going to put a line right here at the high. Go March the 1st, 2017, or early March, we'll say. But yeah, so right around here, as it was conjuncting within this, so it got to the previous high here in January, pulled back, got above it, and then right around this time is when the altcoins really got going. Now, one thing to look at with any of those coins is, yeah, just take a look at how they managed to perform right around the start of March. And then how they went into like, first the run would move into, it was May or June. And then May or June would take us to the top. And then the altcoins really started going down with, I think there was a fall rally in September, but it was really sideways and down against Bitcoin at least the rest of the way until December, with I think September being okay. So we could see this going up. So September would have been like, yeah, so during this conjunction period here, I think altcoins were dominating. But it was a failed rally. And then right around December the 1st, December 3rd, 4th maybe. So right around this top, up until about middle of January, January 14th average, each coin was different, which would have been noticeably after the high of Bitcoin. Just a few periods, but in and around the high. It also meant that when you were selling altcoins for, say, Bitcoin, you were selling it for a good Bitcoin price, and if you're able to profit take some at that point, well, the gains are just massive. And that's what we got the potential here for all these altcoins. But of course, the one that we've been talking about in specifically, in that of Theta. I mean, you're talking about multiple 10x moves even being possible. 10 cents, dollar, 10, 100. Actually, I don't know about 10 cents. Yeah, 10 cents for sure. Well, yeah, definitely. It was like 5 cents before. So 10 cents, dollar, 10, 100,000. That's just a lot of times over. And it's 1,000x from 1 to 1,000. Theta has never even been as of yet. It's such. Maybe when you're watching it already has or is, because again, I'm expecting monster volatility within Theta. And hopefully it's buy the rumor, sell the news for myself. And have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.